How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews back with yet another review. And it's stout time in the form of Stone Farking W00t Stout 3.0. Yeah, super excited to give this a whirl. I've actually never had any of the W00t Stouts. The first one eluded me. Eluded me like a evil temptress in the night. And just never had it, and yada yada yada. Such is life. And the second one got zero distribution, California and like Tennessee or Kentucky or something like that. And then this one hit the shelves, and I was like, goddamn, I'm reviewing this sucker. So there you go. Interesting story. So yeah, I'm super excited to give it a whirl. A couple of different reasons. One, heard the good things. Two, it's an Imperial Stout, and three, not two again, because there can only be one two. It's semi-pseudo-Solera method stuff, which I'm a big fan of, blending. Solera method blending, so yeah. As far as what it says in the bottle, Stone 2015 collaboration. Drew Curtis, Will Wheaton, Greg Koch. Stone Farking W00t Stout 3.0. 13% alcohol by volume. Yeah, and it is story time. Stone Farking W00t Stout. In celebration of the third brewing of this annual offering, we added to the mix a version of last year's vintage that we aged in bourbon barrels for a year. Consider it a superhero version of this sudsy staple of HopCon, our imaginally titled annually July W00t Stout release event. Drew Curtis, Fark.com, creator and 2015 KY gubernatorial candidate. Kentucky. So that was the other one, Sam, Kentucky, his home state. Like a spider turned radioactive by the exposure of something outlandish, the supercharged Drew has been bitten by a craft beer bug, leaving the bloodstream sufficiently infected with the unsustainable thirst for fine ale, preferably the variety inspired by his home state of Kentucky. Greg Koch, Stone Brewing Company CEO and co-founder, born with a superhuman sense of justice and the ability to valiantly eschew all things cheap, mediocre, and flimsy in his ongoing mission to provide the common man something not only uncommon but vastly superior. Greg's fight is as righteous as it is never ending. Will Wheaton, actor and web celeb. What's the question, baby? Armed with a homebrewed kit and otherworldly yearning for knowledge, Will charges down the zymological, butchering that, rabbit hole at warp speed, fueled by his appetite for ale and always in search of his next craft beer conquest. Brought in to put a personalized stamp on this year's edition of W00t Stout was famed comic cover artist Dave the Reverend Johnson, the Eisner Award winner, known for his work on DC Comics and the Vertigo series of 100 Bullets, created a fine art for this bottle in exchange for a donation to the Hero Initiative, a charity organization that provides retirement funds for golden age comic book artists. It's pretty badass. So there you go. That was a lot of stuff to say. Drink fresh or age at cellar temps. Ale brewed with cocoa, pecans, wheat, and rye with 1/4 aged in bourbon barrel. So it's a 1/4 Solera. I think it was Drew, Will, and Greg. First one, it was actually Drew, Will, and Aisha Taylor on 2, I believe, and then right back to Drew, Will, and Greg on third. Label-wise, it's awesome. I mean, it is awesome. Fuck. It doesn't get much better than that, man. So, yeah, love the label. So I love the beer. Okay. Yes, that does look like a stout. Quite stouty. Yeah, buddy. First things first. Finger and a half. Coffee colored head. Like, so creamy to top. It's not, you don't want to talk about. Insanely compact bubbles from bottom to top. Color-wise, it's dark. You glean a little bit of color. Definitely through the pour. A little bit on the edges, but that's about it. So there you go. Pecans, chocolate, bourbon, 1/4 Solera. Let's see what's going on. Burnt roasted malts and burnt sugar. You definitely get, I definitely get a nuttiness there. I'm not going to say it's pecan because I can't really pick that up. I'm not in tune to pick up a pecan nut, but Definitely get some nuttiness in there. I get smoke. A nice smoke from it too. Getting like this, it's not as far as like a rock beer or something like that. It's just nice smokiness. Doesn't smell overly sweet. Nice rich chocolate. It's not like a dark baker's chocolate. It's like a dark fondue chocolate, like a heated chocolate almost. Yeah, I mean, it smells really decadent, but in a way that, like, a savory kind of decadent. With that smoke in there, and that kind of warm chocolate, and that nuttiness. You're not getting, like, this over-the-top, like, ooh, this is dessert over-the-top. It's like, okay, this is richness. This is this is bacon wrapped. Bacon coated in chocolate with some nuts on it kind of deal. You're not necessarily going... or, you know, dark chocolate in with the bacon and a little bit of maybe caramelized sugar. It's not as sweet as a dessert. It's more like a little bit on the savory side, which is pretty damn cool. So yeah, she looks good. She smells interesting as fuck. Let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. You definitely get the Solera in there. Absolutely, without a doubt. Because you're getting a little bit of bourbon, you're getting a little bit of barrel, but you can tell there's age to it. But you can tell, like, the beer itself is, in its core, isn't an aged beer. So it's kind of like throwing me for a loop. Mouthfeel's off the hook. It's a spot on for a stout. So if it's too thin, then go fuck yourself, Paul. A nice roasted malt. It's not over the top. Beautiful mouthfeel. Like I said, you do actually get a little bit of bourbon in there. You do get a little bit of the barrel char in there. You do get a nice chocolate note there, but it's not even close to being sweet. Like I said, it's more of a savory kind of thing going on. Again, an indiscernible nuttiness on my end. And the ever so slightest bit of heat on the back end. Fresh bottle, spot on a month old, 13%. The ever so slightest bit of heat. It is what it is. You know what it is? It's an ager. It's gonna crush it in an age way. This needs to be aged a year or two. Brad from Brews Under Review and Joe, Average Joe 716, just reviewed. If you've never checked out Brad's channel, check it out. If you never checked out Joe's channel, neither have I, because it doesn't fucking exist. They just reviewed W00t 1.0, and based off of what they've heard, they never had them before, but based off of what they heard, it changed a lot. And I'm going to say the same thing with this beer. I'm not saying it's the same beer, but based off experience that I have, the ever so limited experience I have with aging beer, I think this will age, because I think the sweetness is going to come out. It's just not sweet. It's not sweet, but it's not as much as what's going on there. You would think it would be sweeter. So it's not sweet, but I think it's going to build a nice sweetness to it. And I think a lot of those core tastes in there is going to explode and develop over time and become something pretty damn freaking amazing. So there you go. In its form as it is right now, flat 90. Flat 90, I could see this pushing the high 90s in a year or two. Yeah, it's delicious. And creepily drinkable for how fresh it is. Value and availability. It's a weird one, because I can get it like 4 different places right now if I wanted to. So I'm going to give it availability of a 9. I know this year's release is way more nationwide than it was. Like I said, first one was out there, but, you know, I skipped over it a couple times like an asshole. And then I went, okay, I'll pick one up. And then I couldn't find it. And then a year later, someone had some, and I didn't pick one up. And I went back to get it, and I missed it again. So it's my own fucking fault. And then last year's was just, like, super duper limited. This year, I believe, is, like, pretty readily available. So what did I say? 9. And then value. It's a sub... You can get this sub $10. You know, I mean, some places are going to be a little bit more. Some places is going to be a little bit more, less. But you're looking right around the $9 to $10 price point. I mean, you're talking about a 13%, really well-made, Solera method, freaking stout bomber for around $10 or less. 10 on the value scale. So there you go. If you like what we like this. I don't know. It's pretty unique. Pretty unique New York. And it's this form it is right now. If you like non over the top stouts that are very well balanced and not over the top sugary, you'll like this. If you like European stouts, I want to go. If you like Russian Imperials, if you like barrel aged Mullen stuff, you'll like this. Not as sweet. It has a very European take on American stout style is what it is. That's where I would land it. So if you like a lot of those beers, if you like, you know, the Mullen, if you like that, if you like this, not overly sweet, but really rich, really decadent, but at the same time a bit savory. Yeah, this is your boy. So there you go. W00t Stout 3.0. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like, check us out anywhere else on the internet. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped. Massive beers in all 4 of those places. Yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice Bizarro Solera Method stout right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.